Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. Good morning, Lisa. How are you this morning? So I am working on some pieces. I want to create these elements to, good morning, Valerie, to put in my magazine art. So I'm making elements that will enhance a magazine page. So I am painting my sunflowers. Lisa, you would have gotten this art printable at the Kansas retreat. It's called Tanya. I printed it this morning on just copy paper because I like putting thin layer on thin layer. And then, because I'm going to be putting lots of things on this, I did coat my copy paper print with transparent watercolor ground so it would take the watercolor well. I'm just doing my yellow bits right now. It's lots of steps, so we are So I think I'm going to use this bright flower. So I'm using the Sunflower Kind of Love, Sunflower Kind of Soul paint palette, which Lisa and Debbie, you would have gotten that as a dot card in Kansas also. So I'm just going to start to build a little bit of dimension here by just little by little blending in this kind of a terracotta kind of color. There we go. So I'm going to let that dry a little bit and then I'll come back and blend that out. So I'm going to do the same thing here on the big sunflower. And then I'm just going to do it on the just right on the, I don't know what that's called, but just do you know what I'm saying? Just the circumference of that circle on these littler pieces. I want to try really hard to utilize all the pieces from this art printable on my magazine page. Ooh, everybody take a drink. I'm needing a drink already this morning. Yum. Good morning, Lindy. I know. The time change thing is so crazy, isn't it? That's so funny. I called my dad on Monday and said, Dad, did you remember to turn your clocks? And he did. But I love that my dad and I are only 2 hours away from each other now. Lindy, you know that. I hate when we're 3 hours away. Ugh. Like, you have to, really, plan your calls. And do you know what I mean? Okay, now I'm going to do the scattering seeds. I'm going to do that for the center of my sunflowers. I'm just going to... If you get a chance to order this Sunflower Kind of Love or Kind of Soul, I have to quit saying that, from Rachel Beth, oh, you'll be so happy. It's such a pretty color. It's just such a pretty palette. I just am in love with it. So I'm going to try and get as much done. Good morning, Joni. I am headed to Joni's house right after class today to take some up-close pictures of some art that she did with the Fall Fodder 2. Oh my gosh, wait till you guys are going to flip out. You're going to flip out when you see the amazing work she did. Seriously, I can't wait. I can't wait to share it all with you. Her work is always so inspiring. She always, well, my whole team actually. But this morning we're going to showcase Joni. We showcased Carm yesterday. Today is Joni. They both, they don't just paint something. They really add so many details and so many little touches that there's no way you won't be inspired. Seriously, it's so amazing. So, I'm going to try really hard to, I'm going to bring that brown out just slightly. See what I get. I'm going to try really hard to get this into my magazine this morning, but I don't know if that's going to happen. But I'll have my elements. I wanted to the most important thing is I wanted to show you the elements and like where I'm going with that, like what my my goal is with that. Good morning, Susan. Yeah, Lindy, it's just difficult, isn't it? The time change, ugh, I just hate it. So I'm just gonna do a watery wash of this brown and hope that that kind of like works its way into that orangey kind of color, bright flowers. So let's work with that a little bit more. I just want some nice dimension here. So I'm doing that jiggy blend out. So this weekend, Lauren was telling me that there's a sunflower field out in Buckeye that's open just this weekend. So, oh my gosh, I want to go out there and see it. Oh, I gotta see it. And Buckeye's about 45 minutes. Debbie, are you being a smarty pants? What time change? I don't have a time change, but everybody else does. Arizona doesn't change time. But the rest of the country does. And it's just a wet brush. A little bit more color. There we go. Ooh, I'm getting a nice one there. No, I didn't, Deb. I started at 9 Arizona time. You need to set, I think was it Sunday, Lindy? Sunday, the time change, you need to set your clocks back. I know it's in the beginning of November. I think it was Sunday, wasn't it? I love that so much. I'm glad we don't change times too, but everybody else does, Kath. So it always throws everybody off, doesn't it? I remember as a kid, you always knew when it was time change because that Sunday morning, that Mass, everyone was late. Everybody came scooting in at the last second. Oh my gosh, these are looking so good. Well, this one, we need a little blend. A little blendy blend. I have some paper towel here that I can dab, dab, dab. Oh, you know what? I just, I started painting this morning because I was afraid I wouldn't get enough of the idea out that I didn't know how long this part was all going to take me. And I wanted to get enough out that you guys could get the whole idea. Okay, let's see, where are we? So yes, I did start slightly earlier. Well, you know what? I started off with painting instead of doing my little commercial. So this is going to be wrinkly, and that's okay, right? It's okay that it's wrinkly. It's okay. Because it'll kind of flatten out as time goes by and we do all the other things. It's at this point I like to, I'm going to dry this little spot down here. And then I like to flip it over because that's where I'm going to see, there we go, there's the wet, where's the wet area? So like I said, I did on just copy paper this morning because I'm putting it in my art, in my magazine, and I want thin and thin. A little wet area there. Okay, so my idea is this. So, I'm going to show you the page I want to work on, that I'm building in my art, in my magazine. And it is, this one. And I know I've got some glare because of the light, but so this is the page that I want to grow, right? And I want to, the sunflowers are going to be wings. I'm kind of into wings these days. So I'm going to do sunflowers right here. So like that one will go here. And then I'm kind of thinking maybe maybe I'll kind of cut these to make the wings fuller. I don't know. I just knew that I needed to make all of these elements first before I start to build my page. But I wanted you guys to kind of know where I was going with this. So you're just going to look for someplace in your magazine where you can build sunflower wings for somebody. Okay, so I think this is pretty dry. So I want to have a drink and ponder for 1 second. Okay. So I have all of these elements, right? And I just can't wait to share the next step with you. Carmen and I went on a field trip to Cottonwood. And Debbie, you're going to want to go there when you're here. Let me just tell you. One sec. Okay. So Carmen and I went to Cottonwood, which is about an hour and a half north of Phoenix. We did not do the train. We drove my car and we went to Art Glitter Glue. Well, it's called Art Glitter, actually. So, you know, this is my favorite adhesive. It's my favorite wet glue for a multitude of reasons. Number one, it's solid. Once it's down, it's down. Like, I know stuff's not going to come off if I use this glue. Number two, I like the Designer Dries Clear glue, but you can do, there is also a Dries White. So if that's, you know, if that's more your style, then you can absolutely do that. Anyway, Carmen and I went up to learn a couple little techniques that we're going to teach at the retreat. But we got a little bit of squirrel once we were in the store. And we found a new product that Barbara has. Barbara and I have known each other for years. But it's been a long time since we met. And I'm sure it was probably at a trade show somewhere along the line, but anyway. Okay, so this is what we got sidetracked by. There was a whole display of these elements. So she sells glitter, like glitter. But this is a new something that she has called elements. They're earth textures for arts and crafts. So it is a mixture of elements from the earth, and do you see there's some glitter in there? This one is called Trees, which I thought would be so pretty for adding some dimension and texture to my sunflowers. I will show you. So here is all of the colors, and you can see, do you see the check marks and the C's? The check marks are me, the C's are Carmen's. That's the ones that she bought and the ones that I bought. So this is like natural textures, and they have an aroma. They smell so good, you guys. They smell like what they are. So I have some other ones. I didn't bring those down. Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I bought 5. And can I tell you something? I want to go buy some more. Anyway, okay, so this one is called Hillside. And when you open it, do you see it has all of these elements? So it has, oh my gosh, it smells so good. Debbie, you're going to want so many of these. Because you know, if you have it, I want it. If I have it, you want it. So this one has some lavender and some other little bits of meadow in there. But it also has glitter. Do you see that? So you're going to shake it up. You can do a couple of things with it. You can, Barbara talked about that you can, oh my gosh, Lindy, oh my gosh. It was so, so cool. So, so cool. You're going to want to go. And make sure you tell them, and Corbiere-Scott Designs sent you. There, you can really see them mixed together, right? I hope you can see that. Anyway, so I bought, what is this one? Hillside, Field. That one's real pretty too. Oh, you can absolutely order it. You can absolutely order it. Look at this one, Field. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I'm telling you, you guys. Okay, what's this one? Sod. Look at that green. Carmen bought one called Spinach, which is so beautiful. Trees, that's the one I want to use today, I think. And this one is called Meadow. And it's, did I already show you Meadow? Maybe I did. I showed you Hillside, but did I show you Meadow? I don't think so. Because the little thingy's still on there. Look at that one. Do you see that gorgeous purple? And oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Anywho, and there you can see the glitter. I'm telling you, we came home like we had been at the club. We were covered in glitter. So, any of the glitter projects we do at the retreat will be outside projects. But I'll show you some other things that we absolutely that we played with, different techniques. Okay, here's one that Barbara showed us where she used one that's called Fairy Garden, I think. So the first thing she did was she created the trunk of the tree with this brown glitter, which I'm sorry to say I don't remember the name. And the branches, right? And then she let that sit. And then she came back in and she added more glue, and that's when she added the fairy garden. Look at it. It's so dimensional and so, oh my gosh, you guys. And she says that you can finish this with a matte clear acrylic spray, and that will kind of hold it in place. These she did not. And then look at, she framed it with glitter. Stop it. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I'll show you some other things that we did. She drew this like a Christmas tree. So very similar to this one, but then she just used this glitter, which I believe, Lindy, is called Michigan Moss. Maybe this one isn't Michigan Moss, but Lindy, she's a Michigander. She's from the Detroit area. Dang, 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 dang. Farmington Hills, maybe. I think. Anyway, down, you know that area. Anyway, there's that. And then look at this one. She did this wreath with glass glitter. Shut up. So beautiful. And then we did this butterfly where she was showing us like how to layer colors, and oh my gosh. And mine was so remedial that she fixed it. Does that tell you? Carmen's, of course, was beautiful. Whatever. Anyway, okay, so Lindy, the name of the store is Art Glitter. The owner's name is Barbara Trombley, and it is 720 North Balboa Street, Cottonwood, Arizona. You can order at Art Glitter. Let's see if I can be smart and put a link let's see, comment at art glitter. See if that comes up. Glitter. There it is. There. Shut up. Look at me putting a link. Okay, so I put art glitter on there. You can click that, and you should go right to, I think you go to their Facebook page. Yes. So she says that she has over 1,000 glitters. And I'm not kidding, she does. She does. I took a selfie of Carm and I. You know what? I will make a post about art glitter this afternoon, or whenever. Anyway, today, and I will also put it in the newsletter. I will put a post about us. Anyway, so here's the next thing I want to share with you. So I have my images painted, right? So now I'm going to teach you about art glitter glue. I'm telling you, you're going to want to order this now because they can't ship it in the winter because it'll freeze. So all you cold weather girls, you're going to want to get it now. Okay, so on the end of my art glitter glue, I have this metal tip so that I get a really fine bead of glue coming off the end, right? So here's the trick. So you always need this stainless steel pin in the end to keep things flowing. But if you want to, so you need to push down and turn, and that removes the metal tip, right? And then when you want to put the tip back on, you can do the same thing. You're going to push it down and twist. And if it comes off, you did it wrong. If it doesn't come off, you did it right. Okay. So then she talks about how to hold your glue. And so she talks about cradling it in your hand, right? And cradling it like you would cradle a pen, right? She says always keep your thumb on the logo. That's pretty smart, right? And then you're just going to keep the tip of the bar of that metal tip on your paper, right? Do not lift it off the paper, right? Okay, so now I'm going to take my trees. Let's see if I have a piece of paper I can use as my little catcher underneath, right? Okay, so now I'm going to take my trees, and she does this. You can brush the glue on, or you can do the glue like I did, like in a bead all the way around, right? So this is trees. Look at it. So there's little pieces of bark in there. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Okay, so then she talks about broadcasting. So you're going to hold your elements. You're going to sprinkle kind of from the top, right? And then I'm going to drop that back down onto the paper, the catcher paper, right? And then broadcast this way. And you're going to catch any glue on this side that didn't catch. Do you know, that's still wet, right? So I could do it like this, right? And I can clean this up with a paintbrush once the glue is dry. Or, I'm going to set this aside. Or I can take a flat paintbrush. Let me find a flat paintbrush, right? And I'm going to put a dime size dollop of glue in my, oh, that's way more than a dime, isn't it? Of course it is, of course it is. Into my little cup. And now I'm going to take my brush, I'm going to wet my brush, and then I'm going to come in and get some glue on my brush, right? Just going to pull glue onto my, fill those bristles with glue. Then that's too wet. Okay. Right? So I'm just going to kind of brush this, so it's kind of, what do I want to say? Like, oh, can you, hi Jan! Oh, I'm going to just, Jan, you're going to want to order some of this from Art Glitter in, Cottonwood, Arizona. Barbara Tromley's she's just the coolest. I'm telling you, she's just the coolest. Okay, so I want it to kind of fade out, right? So I'm just kind of feathering this glue, right? So now I'm going to take, oh, it's completely messy, Tam. We should go. We should go while you're here. Okay, so now I'm going to hold my paper over my paper, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm holding with one hand and sprinkling with the other, right? I'm going to tap off. I mean, here's the thing. I could fill this whole thing. Shut up. How cute would that be, right? I could do this whole thing full of elements. And what wouldn't that be cool in the magazine? Okay, let's see. Okay, I have this brush. Let's come in and get rid of, well, we're going to cut all that part off anyway. So now the hard part comes. We have to let it dry, right? I'm telling you, it's just going to add so much. Well, let's go, Tam. Let's see. Okay, so the jars look like this, Jan. So it's, they are, let me see, where's the paper? So Carmen and I just went up to Cottonwood, to Barbara's shop called Art Glitter, and she has this new product called Elements. And so they are made from elements from the earth and glitter, so you get this cool texture. And oh my gosh, you guys, so I got 1 ounce, little 1 ounce, I think they come in smaller than this. I think this says 1/2 ounce and 2 ounce containers. This is 1 ounce, I believe. It's very light, so, oh my gosh. Jan, look at, you can see the ones with the check marks are mine. The ones with the C's are Carmen's. She got this spinach, which I'm so wishing I would have gotten. But there's already other colors that I wish I got. Oh my gosh. And I got 5 of them. I'm really feeling like I want to do the rest of this with, I want to fill the whole center. I think that would just be like the coolest. So I'm going to show you what I did again. Ooh, first I'm going to take a drink. Wait till you see that picture of Carmen and Barbara and I standing in front of that wall of glitter. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just going to get my... So I'm using a flat brush to get some art glitter glue, which you know. I know, I swear, Tam. I was thinking about it this morning. She does have a website. I put a link further down to her Facebook page, and I presume her her website is on there. But if not, I will post a... So I'm trying to get that glue right up to the elements that are already there. I don't know that I needed to wet my brush. Maybe I shouldn't have wet my brush. Whatever. Anyway, here we are. So I feel like I'm just going to continue to experiment with this new product. I'm going to, Tammy, can you put a link to Art Glitter? Okay. Ta-da! Now let's do the same thing again. Let's get our catch sheet under here. Let's feel that. There, do you see the, can you guys see the glitter in there now? Shut up. Look at that. So here's another thing. You can, yes, thank you. Thank you, Deb. So, you can, like, once it's down, you can come back with more glue if you kind of feel the need. I'm telling you guys, you're going to get hooked just like me and Carm. Okay, so I'm going to, let's fill this one in too. So I'm going to have some cleanup to do, obviously, when I'm done. When this is all dry, I'll have to clean up the edges. But remember, I'm also going to be fussy cutting these. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know that I'll be able to get it into my magazine during class today, but I will have it done for the newsletter. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, I'm just cooking up so many cool ideas. So Carmen and I are cooking up an idea. Joni and I are cooking up an idea. Tessa and I are cooking up an idea. Lisa and I are cooking up ideas. This retreat is going to be the best one ever. Lauren and I are cooking up ideas. Okay, I'm trying to get as close to that edge as I can so that I don't have any gaping holes. But I'm putting brown on top of brown, so that's good. Okay. I know, I'm listening to Jan. Because I told myself I am not going to be the last minute. So you can flick it, certainly. Then you can turn. And you can do it again. So then any glue that didn't catch any that first time. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Oh, it's a complete mess. But I don't know. I don't know, Tam, what it smells like. Very pretty because glitter gets raised up. You need a little, and it's so pretty, you guys. It's so pretty, and it just adds this level of dimension and texture that, you know. Okay, I think I want to do these three. So this, Barbara says this really needs to, oh, because I had hours of X-Acto knife practice in art school, Jan. We didn't have anything like a Cricut or a Scan and Cut or anything like that back in the day. It was just our hands and our X-Actos. So that's how I got good with an X-Acto. And I wasn't even the best one in my class. I had friends who were way better than I. Okay. Let's see. I just want to really... Oh, so Barbara says this should probably dry for like 6 hours. So, to be like completely cured. Do you know what I mean? Cured to your page. But I will build my magazine page. Hours and hours, Jan, of X-Acto work. And I just kind of fell in love with it. And in love with how exact, no pun intended, I could be with it. Better than a scissor. Okay, and remember, just like when we're painting, turn that substrate. Make it comfortable for your hand. Try to make this kind of as even as possible, I'm finding. Okay. And then, remember, we're going to broadcast. That's what Barbara says. That's her term. You're going to broadcast, and then you're going to turn, and then you're going to broadcast. Stop it. Look at my sunflowers. Oh my gosh, you guys. They're so beautiful. They're so beautiful. I'm telling you, and there's so, the one that I will absolutely, I mean, I want to get, there's one called Saffron, and I was like, can you imagine how gorgeous the saffron, if I did like, just like every other petal, or just every now and again a petal with the saffron. Oh my gosh. But the one that's, holy smoke, so pretty, is Fairy Bed. That one, it has like purples and oh my gosh, you guys. So I will take a picture of this too so you can see it. Oh my gosh, I'm just in love with it. I'm just in love with it. Okay, so let's, where's my other flat? Like, I should probably just leave this alone until it's all dry, but I can't help myself. Can I tell you, well, Carmen and I were sitting there. I knew exactly what I wanted to show you guys. Doesn't it? Doesn't it, Jan? It does look like panning for gold. I'm glad I took that little bit of time to do some building of colors. So I do have some acrylic spray. So I will be spraying, like once it's all the way dry and I've cleaned everything up, then I will spray it with some acrylic spray. But I'm also thinking maybe I'll do some splattering, like some white, like Dr. P.H. Martin's white, bleed-through proof white splatters. And how I can do that so it doesn't get on my beautiful texture is I can certainly just make a little mask for those areas. So I got sod and Carm got spinach, and they're both so pretty. Carm also got nut brown and redland. I'm telling you, they're $6 a bottle, and it is money well spent. You know, I love to enable all of my friends. If I find something cool, I want to share it with you, because I want you, if you find something cool, I want you to share it with me, right? Okay. Turn. Taylor Swift is singing in my head this morning. I have that. I bought that, her new album. You guys, I'm just in love with it. It's so boppy. Helps me get things done. Okay. I have that one, Tam. I bought that one. It's so pretty. Okay. Stop it. Stop it. I didn't go the other direction. I came home and I didn't realize how glittery we were. I went in the bathroom and I went to wash my hands because, you know, I had just taken a road trip and I needed to wash my hands. And I'm telling you, I looked up and my whole chest was glitter. My face, my hair. It was crazy. It was crazy. Cameron and I just giggled the whole way. Okay. So this looks like a mess. I know it does. But I'll be able to clean it up. There we go, there we go, there we go. Broadcast. So another thing that Barbara did was she would take, and I think she did it, let's see, it's everywhere. On this Christmas tree on this tree here. So once she did this, right, then hey Keels, once she did the elements on this tree, there's still little bits of glue that are still wet. So she took a glitter and sprinkled the glitter on top of that. Stop it. So it had just a little more sparkle. Look at it. Oh my gosh. It's so pretty. I'm telling you. These elements are, I'm telling you. I know, Tam, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. You'll be happy to know that Keely did remind me to finish the book. I said, oh, what are you reading right now? We were just talking about that. And I go, oh, I was thinking about starting something. And she goes, maybe you should just start the book for book club. Yeah, you're right. Anywho. So I'm going to let this dry. I need to move it away from me so I don't touch it anymore. And then clean up my mess down here. I have elements all over the place. Put my pin back in my glue, which I should have done. Oh, and Barbara says to hold it horizontally and then slide your pin in there. And she says that it's okay to leave your glue on its side. So, just so you know, I'm telling you, we had the best day and learned so much, and I'm just trying to get it all off. How am I doing on time? We are reading Tam. What's the name of it? The collective, what? The collective, oh, the collective erg. The collective something. Darn it. Tammy will write it, or Keely. They're always on the ball and will remember. Okay. I've got a whole situation here. Trees. I'm going to try to get this. Well, you know what? No, maybe I'm just going to dump it in the trash. Okay, so she gave us so many good tips about that. She gave us so many good tips about that. Keels, about it clogging. So, number one, like storing it on its side, holding it like you cradle it in your hand like a pen, and put your thumb on the logo. That helped a lot. She talked about, like, if it is clogging, well, number one, the metal tip to push down and twist, and it's gonna come off super easy. And if you feel like you need to clean this out, like run hot water through it, she said you can do that, but then you need to blow it out like 2 times. You want it like as water free as you can get it, and then replace it. Same for this tip. But this one, then putting the cap back on, you push down and twist, and then see if it comes off. You didn't do it right, so I didn't do it right. Let's try my right hand instead, a little stronger. Push down and twist. You want to get those threads. Yep, that's not coming off. Perfect. And then I do kind of have to jam my pin in there. And I will say, Barbara sells these little kits, and in those kits she has stainless steel pins. That makes all the difference. She has this little piece of cloth, which I'll explain in another video, and a nudger, which I'll explain in another video. But I just wanted to give you guys an introduction to art glitter glue if you haven't tried it yet, and Barbara's new product, Elements. I don't know, they're new to me. They might not be new to her lineup, but they're new to me. Put my glue paintbrush in some water. Anyway, I will ask her about clogging one more time, and so I can give you some hints about that. But I hope that you will just go on her website and order some Elements. I'm telling you, I'm always the big pokey tool, not the pin. Oh, interesting. I'll ask her some more information. Anyway, Keels, we got to go back. We got to go back. And you know, I am not a glitter person. I am absolutely not a glitter person. But I swear, you guys, I was all about the glitter while I was there. Anywho, looks like we are... oh my gosh, Jan. We had so much fun and know lots of the same people, so we caught up about that stuff. But I was already, you know, when you learn something new like that, you're already planning your like how you're going to use it, what you're going to do. Do you know what I mean? Well, it was supposed to be a dime size, but look, I used pretty much all that glue. Anyway, I'm going to let my sunflowers dry, and then I'll clean them up, and then I'll put them in my magazine. So I'm sorry that you won't get to see it all finished, but I'll finish it and post it in the newsletter, for sure. Or maybe if I get it done today, I'll put it on social media and in the newsletter. Anywho, I just had myself a blast, and I hope you did too. Today, I am going to Joni's, I told you, to to take pictures of her beautiful artwork. And then I am going to Trader Joe's because Nancy told me there's some good apples there. So I'm going to do that. Probably buy myself some posies. And then have major, like, you know, deadlines to meet. But sometimes you just got to get out of the house. You know what I mean? Anywho, if you're brand new here or you haven't done it just yet, if you would like, comment, subscribe, share, all the things on Ann Corbiere-Scott Designs social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, I would greatly appreciate that. And if you, let's scoot that up a little bit, see if that makes a difference. If you want to learn more about elements, I can do more. Oh, sisters, I bought 5 of them, and I already have my sights set on more. So, and like ways that we can utilize them with art printables and creating like layers of visual interest. That's my goal. So I adore you all. I can't believe it is already 10 o'clock. It seems like we just got started, and it's already time to say goodbye. How did that happen? I adore you all. It's time to take my slippers off and put shoes on to go to Joni's house. So, remember how much I appreciate you, and I thank you so much for being such a treasure in my life. And if you're watching this on the replay, say #replay. And if you're feeling energetic, come on over and clean up this mess, would ya? I'm kidding. I will see you tomorrow in the newsletter. Talk to you soon, everyone. I just adore you. Thank you. Bye.